Welcome to Pre-Calculus through eCore. I want to show you how to navigate the course within GoView. I know for some of you this may be your first experience with a totally asynchronous course, while others of you are old pros, but I want to make sure that you know how to find the information and the materials that you need to be successful in the course. If you'll notice at the top, this is the landing page for your course within GoView. It is pre-calculus, and at the very top you should see a green or teal ribbon that runs across the top horizontally, and you have different menu options there. You have course home, syllabus, calendar, content, and so forth. And so anytime you want to get back to this landing page, you can use the course home page. The other options allow you to navigate to different pages within the course. One of the most important documents within the course is the course syllabus. So if you will click on the word syllabus on that green bar, it will take you out to the course syllabus, which has the course name, obviously Math 1113 Pre-Calculus. It's for this particular one is Fall 2024, and it does indicate that it is short session. So that's important to note whether it is a full session or a short session. It provides you with the course description. It does give you information about the modality, the fact that it is totally asynchronous. That means everything is online. All of your homework, all of your test, midterm, and final exam will be done totally online. It also has my information. I am Laura Ralston, and I will be your instructor for this semester. It provides my contact information, my email, phone number. It also indicates my office hours. These are times that are dedicated solely for you to come by and ask questions, whether that's via discussions or something by telephone. And then also I do have office hours on Sundays within Microsoft Teams. There is a short bio there about me if you want to learn more. You're welcome to read that. It is also important to note, because this is totally asynchronous, we do have to verify your participation in the course. That is a governmental requirement, and so there are two assignments that you have to complete to verify your attendance. We'll talk about those a little bit more in a minute. You also have to take a proctored exam. The proctored exam for this course is the midterm, and for that you do have to make an appointment for the proctoring. There is an option for online proctoring, but you do have to verify your identity at the very beginning of that proctoring session. It gives you the course objectives. It gives you some ideas about how much time you have to spend on the various assignments and the activities within the course, what kind of time commitment you have to have. It also gives you some ideas on how to be successful in the course. I would definitely encourage you to check the course within D2L at least 3 to 4 times per week. That is how I'm able to communicate with you about the assignments that are due, if there are any changes. If you're struggling, you can use email to contact me and then I respond. So you want to make sure that you're checking that on a regular basis. Again, I would encourage you to check in at least 3 to 4 times per week. You want to make sure that you are reading and viewing the lesson content that is available in the course, making sure that you're contributing to the discussions and completing your assignments by the established due dates. We do utilize a free online textbook So it is referenced there. You're not required to purchase one. If you want to have one for reference, you can do that, but most of the content is available within the course because the access is free. We do use a third-party application called Newton Alta for the homework, for the quizzes, for the test, midterm and final. So you will definitely want to be able to access that. It is free. The access is free. So you'll just simply be able to have to set up your account the first time you log in to that. You are encouraged to have a Texas Instrument TI-83 or 84 calculator because you need to be able to do some of the assignments using a calculator. For the proctored midterm exam, you may use that graphing calculator. You may not have or use a calculator that is on your cell phone during the proctored exam. You'll be provided blank scratch paper, and you can have a pen or a pencil, and then there is a formula sheet that is provided within the course that you are able to use during that proctored exam. The syllabus also gives you a breakdown of the different topics within the units. There are 8 units total, and this is a short session 8-week course, which means we are covering 1 unit per week approximately. You have the course schedule, but if you'll scroll down towards the bottom or keep going, you have additional course notes. Under the additional course notes, you'll find the due date, the assignment name, and then whether that assignment is in GoView or Newton. So you have kind of a schedule here on the syllabus that tells you when things are due. It also gives you information about the important dates within the semester, how, again, your participation and how that's expected. There is a late policy. I would encourage you to read that in case you do miss an assignment. The policy for the most part is you have 3 days after the due date to request an extension. There is a 10% penalty for any late work, but you have 3 days to request the extension, and then you have 3 days to complete that. Guys, I would encourage you, especially in a short session, to stay on top of your assignments, because if you get behind, it is really challenging to keep up with the assignments. But please be aware of this late policy. There is information about how your grade is calculated. eCore uses a weighted system. The discussions are 5%. For example, the pre-assessment is 2%. Your test, there are 4 unit tests. They're 20%. The midterm is 15 and the final exam is 20, so you may want to look that over to understand how you're going to receive your grade in the course. Again, there's just some other policies and things there that if you want to review, they're there, and then also eCore policies. Okay, so then to exit out of this, I just go up here to the tab and click the X. It takes me back to the landing page within the course. One of the things that I try to do each week to help you stay on track and make sure you're doing what you need to do is I do post weekly announcements. If you look, scroll down the screen, the announcements are on the left-hand side of the page. They usually are posted automatically on Mondays at midnight. It will give you an idea of what assignments are due that week. Is there anything special? I try to give you some words of encouragement and that sort of thing. One of the other things that I do within the announcements, and let me switch modes here for a minute to view it as a student so you can see how it works. One of the things that I do is provide links within the announcements to the different assignments. Usually they're highlighted in blue, and what happens is if you click on that link, okay, on for example, in this welcome announcement on the mandatory attendance quiz, I click on it, it automatically takes me to that quiz within GoView, and I'm able to begin the quiz and complete it. If I want to go back to the course home page, again, I can use the option for Course Home. I also provide links to the homework assignments, which again are in the third-party application Newton. On those, when you click on those links, if I click on the homework lesson 1.1, it takes me to that page within GoView, and once I have my account set up, then I'm able to actually begin that homework. You have to set up your account before you can begin that first lesson, but once you have that account set up, then you're able to access your assignments. All of your homework, all of your tests, midterm and final, are taken within Newton. This is not a self-paced course. There are specific due dates, and again, those due dates are displayed on the course syllabus. Also, again, I provide those reminders on a weekly basis here in the announcements. So be sure to log in at least 2 to 3 times a week. If there for some reason we need to change something, then I'm going to make an announcement there to do that. If you prefer not to use the links that are provided, you can access your assignments in several other different ways. For your homework assignments and things that are within Newton, you'll find those under Content. Okay, under Content is basically on the left-hand side, you have your topics, the outline of each unit or each folder. For example, you have the Start Here folder where you have information about the mandatory attendance quiz and the required introduction. Unit 1, you have each unit which has the content, and for each unit is set up very similarly. Most of the units have from 2 to 3 lessons within the unit. For example, we're in Unit 1, okay, and so we start with Lesson 1.1, which are some very basic information, and then you also have Lesson 1.2. For each lesson within the unit, you have a lesson introduction, which kind of gives you a broad overview of the lesson. You have the required learning materials. The required learning materials typically include a video lecture where you have an instructor who is lecturing as if you were in the classroom. I would strongly encourage you to review those videos and take notes on those videos as if you were sitting in the classroom. Because this is a totally asynchronous course, we also try to provide additional resources. There are additional web pages with information. For example, if we click on finding the value of a function, it'll take you out to that web page, and it gives you some additional information that you can read. It's perhaps from the textbook, or it could be from another free resource. So you have that information there as well. So please this is the closest we can come in the asynchronous course to lecture, so please make sure you utilize those things. It is called required because we expect you to review that information before you attempt any of your homework assignments. Under additional resources, some of these resources are things that other professors have created, or perhaps that I've created, that students have found beneficial, and so we add those to the course, again, to provide you as many resources as possible to help you be successful. Then in each lesson you have the learning activities. The learning activities are where you're going to find the graded assignments. For example, in Unit 1, Lesson 1.1, you have to do a pre-assessment, which is just intended to kind of give you an idea of what you already know and maybe what you don't know that you're going to be seeing throughout this course. And then it also gives you the link to the homework assignment, which is graded. Again, that link is going to take you out to Newton, which is the third-party application. It does give you the student's guide, which is going to give you the instructions you need for setting up your account. Now each lesson is set up that way. There's also a folder for each test. Within each test you have some review content. Also, you'll find in the announcements that I have provided an additional review for each test within GoView, and there is a corresponding video answer key that allows you to kind of see how to work through those particular problems. So again, you really need to spend time kind of navigating through the course, looking at what resources are there. If we want to go back to the home page, again, we go to Course Home. A couple other things I want to point out. eCore does offer free tutoring options. Again, I really would encourage you to reach out to me as your first resource, since I am your instructor. There's a couple of ways you can do that. One, you can use email, and you can do that through communication and click on email, and then you can compose an email and send it to me regarding your struggles or your challenges. You can also utilize the discussions. Within the discussion area, there is a discussion board called I Need Help. This particular discussion is not graded, but this is an area where you can post your question, and you never know, maybe one of your classmates have the same question, and I can kind of answer those questions either through responding to your post. If need be, I can try to find additional outside resources, or even create an individualized video to respond to your question. So please make use of this. If you're using this, it would be great if you could provide the question maybe that you're struggling with, or an example of a question you're struggling with. If you have your own personal work, you can take a screenshot and I can view that. Any information you provide makes it easier for me to see perhaps what your actual issue or concern could be. There's also discussions that you'll be doing throughout the semester related to growth mindset. This is some research that is occurring through the University System of Georgia, so you are required to participate in those discussions. They occur about every week to 2 weeks. And again, finally, eCore does offer some free tutoring options if you're not able to connect with me, or you're working in the middle of the night when I'm not online. There are some free tutoring options offered through eCore. At the very top on the green ribbon, if you'll click on the option free tutoring, you'll see the different options. They do have tutors through eCore that are available to chat, do a discussion board, meet with you virtually. They also offer tutor.com, which is a 24/7 access in a variety of subjects, not just pre-calculus and mathematics. If you need help with writing, they also have options there as well. So please make use of those resources should you need them. I do wish you much success this semester, but if you have any additional questions, please reach out to me and I'm happy to answer those. Thank you.